Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to talk about something powerful, something intangible, but something that can make or break a company, the invisible destroyer of the companies. It is not funding. It is not about innovation. It is not even a strategy. It is a culture. Yes, that often ignored and underestimated in most of the companies. When culture fails, everything fails. It is not just about the top management, including managing director or CEO. It is about every layer of the management from the top floor to the front lines. Because the culture doesn't just flow from the top, it bleeds into every decision, every hallway conversation, and every team dynamic. Why cultural misalignment is a silent killer? Cultural misalignment is not always visible. It doesn't show up immediately in the balance sheet, but make no mistake, it is one of the most dangerous risks a company can face. When managers and departments operate with inconsistent values, when the left hand doesn't know or doesn't care what the right hand doing, that is not dysfunction, that is disaster in slow motion. The fact is that culture is determined by the worst behavior your company tolerates. If you tolerate bullying, it spreads. If you ignore toxicity, it festers. If you reward arrogance over collaboration, then innovation dies. How it feels inside a broken culture. Let's talk about the people inside, the employees, middle managers, support teams. They are not just asset on a spreadsheet, they are human beings who feel undervalued, unheard, and unseen. Then culture breaks down. They stop sharing ideas. They stop caring about the mission. They start looking for the exit. And what's worse, sometimes they stay but disengaged. That is not just a loss of moral, that is loss of soul of your company. That is loss of the soul of your company. What happens when culture is ignored? There were cultural failures at every level, from boardrooms to back offices in many companies, many examples. So we have to care about early warning indicators. Look for these early warning indicators. They are low employee engagement, passive or aggressive communication. They are all the indicators. And frequent exits of high performance from the company, apathy in the meetings, and there is a lack of innovation in the company. It is not my job, that is mindset of people. So it is not my job mindset is also an early indicator. It's a warning. Fear of raising issues. So these are all not soft signs, they are red alerts. If ignore them, and you are inviting collapse, nothing but inviting collapse of the company. Middle management always matters. The culture carriers. Culture doesn't live only with the top management. It is carried by your team leads, team managers, department heads, and supervisors. They are the translator between the vision and execution. If they are misaligned, if they are disintegrated or overwhelmed, your culture gets lost in the translation. So, middle management can be either the glue that holds the organization together or the silent wrecking crew that undoes everything good. Are you really training them? Are you empowering them to lead with the values? Are they just numbers driven robots burning out your frontline? When culture kills credit, there is a syndrome. Culture doesn't just affect people, it affects how the outside world see you. The entire world will see you, will observe you. Let's talk about one example of lenders. You may think your books are clean, books are very perfect, but here is the kicker. Lenders judge your credit worthiness before they even read your numbers. They walk into your company and see the lavish cars in the parking lot, too many Mercedes, gold plated offices, leadership vanity trophies. All of it screams this company is built for ego, not for sustainability. And that is when your loan gets rejected, even if you are technically profitable. Cultural due diligence is important. Here is the deal. Before you look for loans or investors, first fix your culture. Hire experts, hire certified professionals, hire certified turnaround professionals. People who don't just clean up your books but clean up your behavior. Culture audits should be as standard as financial audits. Because culture, like a cash flow, can make or break your company. And let me remind you, a toxic culture is a liability. A healthy culture is your greatest competitive advantage. Lead with culture or lose everything. Culture is not a line item. It is not a HR function. It is not a slogan. It is how people treat each other when no one is looking. It is how it is how the managers behave under pressure. It is how your company reacts to failures. Culture is the currency of credibility. Culture is the currency of credibility. If you are a leader at any level, whatever be the level, just ask yourself, what kind of culture am I building today? Will people want to stay here tomorrow? Because if you don't build culture consciously, you will watch your company crumble quietly. This is what about the culture in the corporates, importance of the culture in the corporates. Thanks for watching. Let's commit not just to strategy, but to culture, not just to numbers, but to meaning. Thank you. We have two channels, RR Corporates and RR Legal Talks. Please do subscribe and hit bell icon so that you will not miss any of our latest videos. Thank you. And this is what, when culture fails, everything fails. When culture fails, everything fails. Thank you.